Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to today's English session. In today's session, you are going to be learning to use rhetorical questions. And by the end of this session, you will be able to explain what a rhetorical question is and when we might use them. You will be able to identify where rhetorical questions are in a text that you are going to be reading. You will be able to use rhetorical question starters to write your own rhetorical questions about a text, and you will be able to turn statements into rhetorical questions. So, I have got some retrieval for you today. So the first one is give a synonym for the word nonchalant. Use the picture here to help you. Can you remember what a synonym is? That's right, it's a word that means the same or similar as our word. Another definition here, to be absorbed in reading or studying something. What is the word? And finally, underline the adverb, the verb, and the adjective in this sentence. You can use the following colours if you have them, or different ones. So in this sentence, underline those three things. Pause the video now, and can you have a go at those three things, please? Okay, so this person in this photo looks very cool, they look very calm, they look very unbothered. So that is what nonchalant means. Calm, cool, and unconcerned. Now, the definition is to be absorbed in reading or studying something. Do you remember when Lila and Con were studying the map, they were also poring over the map. They were studying it hard. Finally, underline the adverb, verb, and verb. Well, first of all, what is an adverb? Well, an adverb modifies the verb, so it tells you how someone does something. So which word tells me how something's done here? Hastily. I hastily escaped the gloomy cave. So that is like you did it in an urgency. You really, really quickly escaped it. Now my verb is my action. What are they doing? They have escaped. What type of verb is this, looking at our ed suffix? That's right, it's a past tense verb, super job. And finally, my adjective describes something. What is being described? The cave, but is that my adjective? No, my adjective is gloomy. Okay, super job if you got all those right, Year 4, well done. Now today we are going to be looking at rhetorical questions. This is a new concept for us. Does anyone know what a rhetorical question is? Let's have a look in a bit more detail. So, a rhetorical question is a question that does not require an answer. Now, we're going to think about when we might use rhetorical questions today. And we might use rhetorical questions in advertisements to persuade people. Now, we know that shortly after half term, you will be writing a persuasive piece of writing all about deforestation. And we need to make sure that you are using lots and lots of rhetorical questions to persuade people to do what you want them to do. So, they are also often used at the beginning of an advertisement to really draw the reader in, make them want to read more. Such as, who wouldn't want to stay here? So there's a hotel and you might ask the rhetorical question, who wouldn't want to stay here? You don't need an answer, but you're just making them think about it, so it draws them in. They're also used to make or emphasize a point. So you might say, oh, sounds amazing, right? You don't need an answer, but the way that you use this word right suggests that you want the reader to think, oh yes, that does sound amazing. I am going to do exactly what you've told me to do because your rhetorical question has made me feel a certain way. Rhetorical questions can also be used at the end of a piece of writing as a conclusion to really tie everything they've said together. Do we need to tell you twice? So that might be a question that doesn't need an answer, so it's a rhetorical question, but also makes the reader think, oh, actually, they don't need to tell me twice. I'm going to do what they said to do. Okay, so if we're thinking about deforestation, we might say, do we need to tell you twice about not cutting the trees down? And that might make someone else think, oh no, actually, you don't need to tell me twice. You're right. Okay, so they're really, really powerful features of a persuasive piece of writing. Now I've got a passage here and I would like you to read the passage and spot any rhetorical questions, remembering what form of punctuation would come after a rhetorical question. Okay, I'll let you answer that one yourself. Read through the text. Don't worry about writing them on a piece of paper, but what I do want you to do is to just make a note of them in your mind. Which of these questions are rhetorical questions? And also, how do they make you feel? Pause the video now and have a think. Okay, let's read it together then. Did you spot the rhetorical questions? If you spot them when I'm reading, I want you to just give the screen a wave, okay? So then I won't be able to see you, but I'll be able to telepathically know that you're giving the screen a wave, okay? Can you do that? Super. So, why not visit our most horrid hotel? Well done, you got that one. You'll be surprised at what an awful time you will have. Love sleeping in lumpy beds. There's another one. Then look no further for your ultimate break. Lions are overrated anyway, aren't they? Why not book today? Who doesn't want a night in the horrid hotel? Did you manage to spot all the rhetorical questions? There they are. So they are all questions because we know they have a question mark on the end, but also they don't need an answer and they make you think about what you're reading. So they're trying to get you to go to this horrid hotel because they're saying, oh, lions are overrated anyway, aren't they? And that kind of makes you think, oh, maybe they are, maybe we don't need a lion. Why not book today? Trying to get you to book in advance, not book maybe the day before. Book today, book right now. This really powerful feature is very, very important in a persuasive text. Okay, some sentence starters that you might see a rhetorical question begin with are, do you really? So, do you really want a night away here? Or, are you? Are you bored of being stuck at home? Why not come to this hotel? Why not? Oh, I've just said another one there. Why not come to this hotel? Who can deny the comfort of the cosy beds? Who doesn't? Who doesn't love tea and coffee in the morning in bed? And finally, love maybe. Love to stay in a winter sun or love to have some winter sun, for example. So you might see lots of rhetorical questions begin with these sentence starters. Now, right now, you are going to have a go at turning some statements into rhetorical questions. Now, I've left the sentence starters at the bottom here to help you with them. So we're going to do the first one together and then you're going to have a go. So, my first statement is, visit the most vile hotel in the world. Ooh. What sentence starter could we use? Could we use, do you really? Well, you could say, do you really want to visit the most vile hotel in the world? Could we use, why not? Why not visit the most vile hotel in the world? Why not? Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to visit the most vile hotel in the world? All of those can be turned into rhetorical questions. So I am going to use the statement, who doesn't, to write the question, who doesn't want to visit the most vile hotel in the world? Now I've got another statement for you here. You'll have the holiday of a lifetime. Can you have a go? Pick one of these sentence starters on my screen and turn this statement into a rhetorical question. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, how did you do? Let's have a look. We could maybe say, why not have the holiday of a lifetime? Who can deny that you will have the holiday of a lifetime? Are you ready for the holiday of a lifetime? Let's see what I've chose. Do you fancy? So instead of do you really, we could change that really to do you fancy the holiday of a lifetime? But likewise, if yours makes sense, you've got it. Well done. Let's have a look at some more examples. Shower in our cold, slimy showers. Maybe we could say, are you ready to shower in our cold, slimy showers? Why not shower in our cold, slimy showers? Who doesn't love a cold, slimy shower? Pause the video. What would your rhetorical question be for this statement? Okay, let's see. Love showering in cold, slimy showers. So they're asking you, do you love showering in cold, slimy showers? Do you? Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but they are asking you, but they don't need an answer. And finally, enjoy being served by our disgusting staff. Can you have a go at this one on your own? Write down the rhetorical question that you would change this statement into, okay, using the statement starters below. Okay, well, let's see what we came up with. Who can deny that they will enjoy being served by our disgusting staff? Why not enjoy being served by our disgusting stuff? Do you really want to be served by our disgusting stuff? Any of these sentence starters would work brilliantly. Now, your first task is to use this piece of text. Underline all of the rhetorical questions in the text. This is an advertisement poster for the world's worst holiday. So they're trying to make you go because it's a rubbish holiday, but they're trying to make you go. Then you've got to use the rhetorical question starters to write your own rhetorical questions about the horrid hotel. And the first one has been done for you. So using the sentence starter, why not? Why not lie by the pool on our broken sunbeds? Would I have said, why not lie by the glistening pool on our magnificent sunbeds? No, I wouldn't, would I? Because it's an advertisement for the world's worst holiday. So you've got to make it sound awful. So you've got who doesn't and how could you possibly. Then your second task for today is to turn the following statements into rhetorical questions to create an advertisement for the world's worst holiday again. So you could have the statement, this will be a really rubbish holiday. You could turn that into the rhetorical question of, do you fancy a really rubbish holiday? And I've got some other sentence starters that you can use here. Okay, remembering that it's about a horrible hotel, not a lovely, luxurious 5-star hotel. Okay, so it's going to be full of disgusting things like rats and broken sunbeds, mouldy swimming pool. Okay, when you are writing these ones, you should be using different ideas than that are on task 2. Okay, so you should be using different ideas. So I'm really excited to see what you came up with. Now, final task of today, using the picture here, can you create 2 rhetorical questions based on this picture of deforestation? Pause the video now and have a think and then write down 2 rhetorical questions for our plenary today. Okay, so fantastic listeners today, Year 4. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic half term and I am looking forward to seeing you all when we're back. Bye.